Hello and welcome to MMO Gaming, where the Pokemon TCG, One Piece card game and Disney Locana come to life. If you want to level up your game, stay tuned and let's switch right into the video. Hello and welcome to another commentary gameplay video here on my channel. Today we are watching another tournament held at the Mana Temple in Luxembourg. If you haven't checked them out, please find all the links down in the description. I would appreciate if you would check them out. And in the first round we got Max here up against Ben, with the blue Doflamingo up against yellow Vegapunk, and I'm pretty excited for this match. And I would say let's jump right into the gameplay. So it looks like Vegapunk went first and used his leader effect and deployed a Rocket Luffy there. For those of you who don't know, Vegapunk is a 2-life leader which can attack, but has the ability for 1 Don. You can either put a 5-cost Egghead character into play or face up into your life. And here on his second turn he is playing the Reshi event, grabbing 2 trigger cards there, and then swings 6k with his Rocket Luffy into life. And the Doffy player is taking this hit here, so down to 4 life already. And back to Max's side now, going to his 4th turn. Could see maybe a Jinbei into something, right? But I don't see a Jinbei in his hand, so he's starting off with a Buggy here for 1. Hoping to find... Okay, there's a Jinbei. And a Martial Teach and a Pudding. That's usual good cards, right? Also, the Pudding is a strong card against these yellow decks that usually like to pile up a lot of cards, right? So maybe he, it's really fine in finding this here. So stacks the Jinbei here on top. Probably now we see a 7k swing. Honestly, I would pressure the Luffy, right? Just to force the Vegapunk to throw some cards there. Yeah, 7 here into 6k of the Rocket Luffy. Using leader effect to bring out the Jinbei there. And with the Jinbei, he is additionally bringing out a Crocodile here. And now he can use the effect to reveal the top card. It is the Martial Teach, right? This means you can draw 2 and you trash 1. Create card 2. Yeah, gain some card advantage here. And then still a 7k swing, which was counted out with a 2k Frankie here from Ben's side. And back to him. Now going to his 5th turn. We could see now maybe a Lilith for 3 Don together with the leader effect. And he is using the stage here for 2, which restands a 5 cost or less. I think if you are at 2 or 3 life, right, at the end of your turn. So usually you can always restand a Egghead card right there. For 1 he is deploying a Nami. Is trashing a trigger card here. To get rid of the Crocodile. Draws another card, right? Because he's low on cards in hand. He's now swinging 6 here into Jinbei with the Rocket Luffy. And probably maybe he forgot to... No, okay. Max let the Jinbei go. And then we see a pass back over to Doflamingo here. Now going to his 6th turn. So he's starting off with the Martial Teach here for 2 Don. Is using the Teach effect to stack another Jinbei here on top. That just to rest it onto his leader. So now we probably see a 7k swing into life. Bring out another Jinbei. And off the Jinbei we probably play out the Weevil here. Yeah. And then with the on-play effect drawing another card there. Life will be taken here from Vegapunk. No trigger activated, so down to 1 life. And then for 3 he's playing a Doflamingo here. Checking and rearranging the top 5 cards. You can either put them to the top or bottom of your deck in any way you like. And looks like he's grabbing the Kaido here. Moves it to the front. Then the Jozu, though he is considering maybe keeping them on top, yeah. Maybe plays out the Jozu next turn. I mean, you could bounce your Weevil. Use Teach effect to put the Weevil on top, right, and then summoning it out to redraw cards. So here back to the Vegapunk player. Plays the Lilith. And finding himself, I think, a Nami, right? So now 4 Don left to work with. Could use the leader effect here, yeah. Is stacking... I can't quite see what was stacked there on top of the life. It looks like it was the Nico Robin here, right, with the trigger. And here for the last remaining Don we see another Lilith grabbing the event card, which is similar to a point guard. For 1 Don you can get plus 3k counter power. Now we see 6k swing. Is it into life or is it into the Jinbei? Max is using the Doflamingo blocker here. And is then using the effect of the Rocket Luffy, right? To pop a 4 cost or less character. Pops the Weevil here. And now is also able to draw another card. And then swings 5 with the Nami here. Max stitching another 2k here. Was the Crocodile? I'm not quite sure. Is the Crocodile a 1k or 2k? Maybe it could also be just a 1k. Because it is not the usual Crocodile that is played in each of his deck. So back to Max now at 8 Don available. And I believe he wants to play his Law 2 times, right? So he's playing down the Law for 4, bouncing back 1 Lilith, right, in the Law. Then using the Teach effect to put a Law on top of his deck and then summoning out with the Doffy effect to bounce back the other Lilith just to clear Ben's board and bringing back those 2 brick cards into his hand. So I think that is a play you want to do as Max here. I mean, it would cost you 4 Don, right? No, but he is playing down the pudding. I'm not quite sure if I like that. Maybe should have played the Law before, right? Just to bounce back 1 Lilith. Like 1 more card removed to the deck. But let's see how he is approaching his turn here. Now using the Teach effect. Stacks the Law on top of his deck. That just to rest it on there to his leader. Probably swings 7 now. Yeah, 7 now into life. Summoning out the Law. Is then probably picking up the Buggy, I would imagine. Or maybe Law in a Lilith, right? Yeah, bring back the Law into his hand and also 1 Lilith. And it was a Nico Robin, so this means he's able to, yeah, draw 2 cards there of the Nico Robin effect. For his last remaining Don, we see a big 8k swing with the Jinbei into life. Which will also be taken there by Ben. It is a trigger effect. I can't quite tell what trigger is, right? But we will see it shortly. I think it pops. No, it rests. I think yeah, 2 cost or less, so resting the Martial Teach there. Could be a target for these attacks from Ben, but he is now developing a Yamato, so is now able to KO 4 cost or less. And also heals alive from top of his deck. But now he can't use his leader effect, so will be pretty tough there. So he will see 5k swing into Teach with Lilith. And Teach is gone. Now another 5k swing into Jinbei. I think Max is probably protecting this card because next turn you have 2 potential swings. Yep, that's what I see here. And now end of turn he's just restanding the Nami because of the stage. But yeah, I mean there's no blocker up, so I think if the life of Ben doesn't save him, Max could go for a lethal play this turn. Looks like he's starting here with a 5k swing into Lilith. Ben is not using any counter here. And now we see a Red Rock bottom decking the Yamato, removing this threat as well. And now we see a 5k swing here with Buggy. Will be counted out with a 1k Rocket Luffy and then a 6k swing, which will be taken here by Ben. And then a pass back to Vegapunk. So now, does he have another Yamato? Yeah, he finds another Yamato, KOs the Jinbei, heals alive using the leader effect, just to deploy another card there into his life. And now we see probably a 5k swing into Buggy, removing this from the field as well. And it could happen that Ben is slowly but steady grinding back his way into this game. Because now he can drop his big yellow cards, right? And also heal with his leader. So essentially healing 2 lives every turn. And if he's able to clear off all characters from Max side, and he only has 1 swing available each turn, that is resulting in a positive outcome for Ben here. Starting with 5k swing here into life. Ben is taking it. It was the blocker he put to life. So another character here on board, and now we see the big Kaido here and drawing him 4 new cards. So now big unit here on board and back to Ben. He should still have 1 life, right? Because he healed 2 last turn, just 1 was taken, which triggered the blocker. So Ben starting off his turn with another D-Reshi event card here. Finding himself 2 2Ks, Frankie and another egghead character here. So 7 Don left to work with. Swings with a 5K Nami swing here into life. Max is countering out with a 1K, 6K swing. And then a 2K buggy used for this one. Then we see a big 13K swing or whatever. And then end of turn he's restanding. It looks like he didn't use the leader effect there, right? He's still at 1 life. Don't know why he didn't heal a life there. Or maybe he did, but we didn't see it properly. So what's the best plan for Max here? I would say take 1 turn to develop a white board, right? And then try to go all in 1 big turn with a lot of swings possible, right? I think that is the best idea. I mean, you're still chilling at 3 life. Don't think that you will be, threatened level next turn. So I think developing as many bodies as possible is your #1 goal here. Because with 1 life and a blocker up, Ben can literally soak up 2 hits for sure. And if it's a good trigger, it is potential more. So he's starting off here for 4 Don, plays on the 4 Hancock. Checking the top 3, finding out Edward Weevil is attaching rested on there to his leader. So now swinging 7 here into a life, bringing out the Edward Weevil, drawing Max on the card. And Ben is taking it, triggering a Frankie, so probably he put the Frankie here on top of his life last turn. Would definitely make sense. And then he's playing a Doflamingo blocker, checking the top 5 again, and rearranging them in any order he likes. Putting the pudding there on top, so he's really valuing the pudding play there. And now we see big 12K swing here with Kaido. Even touches over down, so 13K swing into life of Vegapunk. Could take this life or block it. No, he's blocking it. And now back to Ben. Is playing a Rocket Luffy for 5. He's using the effect to trash the poor Hancock there. Drawing him another card. Taking 1 blocker off the field. And for 1 he's using the leader effect. Put something on top of his life. We couldn't quite see what it was. But now we see a 5K swing with Nami into life. And Max is countering with a Jozu. Another 5K swing with Frankie. Also countering out here with the Law. And then attaching the remaining Don to Yamato. And then attacks into Kaido. But this was blocked by the Doflamingo blocker. And then he's restanding the Nami and then pass back to Max. So now 3 swing possible. Not quite sure how many life Ben got. I think it's 1 to 2. Can't quite tell. Okay, so now he's dropping the Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. Bottom taking the Nami and the Frankie. Taking these off the field. And now probably we see 7K swing, I would imagine. No, probably we see Tight Teach into stacking the Weevil and then leader effect. Yeah, that makes sense. Plays on Teach using the leader effect. Stacks 2 down to his leader. Swings 7 and also summoning out a Edward Weevil to draw another card from top of his deck. So 7 swing is taken here by Ben. It is the event card which brings back the blocker again. And now we see 12K swing. Kaido is taking here. Blocker is used and now another 6K swing which was counted out with 2K. Edison there and now back to Ben again. Another Dereshi card found there to grab some trigger cards. He's playing another 4-cost egghead character down. Now using leader effect to play something onto his life cards. I can't quite tell what it was. And now we see 11K swing here into the Edward Weevil. Probably letting this one go. Back to Max. And I think in this spot it looks really good for Max, right? He has developed a good amount of characters. There's no blocker on Ben's side, so probably... Yeah, now he is playing the pudding, removing all cards there in Ben's hand. Attaches now 2 down to his leader, swing 7. Using leader effect, which is the Gecko Moria. So now we can bring back a 7 Warlords of the Sea character, right? Probably grabbing him back a 2k buggy. Looks like. No, War Hancock. No, he grabs the Doflamingo blocker. And then triggering the event again. Bring back a blocker. There's at least 1 life left for Ben. Now swing with a big 12k of the Kaido. Using the blocker there. Now we see another 7k here with the Weevil. It is a Frankie trigger, so another character here for Ben. Attaches 4 down to Marshall Teach, swings 7 here. And there's no counter in his hand. Wow, that's crazy. He just drew 5 bricks here off the pudding. This is really crazy. So Max is winning this round number 1. Good start for him into the tournament. And that will wrap up round number 1 here. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if not already done, please leave a like or a comment, or also subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you on the next video on my channel here.